most of my vision, and I always loved to cook. So that kind of scared me out of the kitchen and away from cooking. I was afraid I was gonna burn myself or set the house on fire. But because of what's going on now, it's harder to go out and eat. So I've been getting back into the kitchen, cooking and learning to make some new things. So I wanted to make some videos to show you guys what I was doing. How cooking really is very easy. And hopefully if there's some visually impaired people out watching my videos, you'll see that you can cook pretty easily too. It's really not hard. So we're gonna make today chicken cordon bleu. I thought it was Swiss cheese. I asked Alexa everything. She said it's just cheese and ham. So we are going to use string cheese because string cheese is the best cheese. So these are also gonna be keto. We try to do keto. We try really hard, but sometimes I need a potato in my life. So I found out that you can fry things. You can make, you know, deep fried things and they still be keto with the right things to bread them. So I was playing around one day and I decided I could use Parmesan cheese as the flour. And then the eggs, of course, are still, you know, those are still eggs. And then we used pork rinds as cracker crumbs or breadcrumbs. So I start out and just crush up the pork rinds. It's probably easier just to do it in the bag. It's not as fun though because you don't get to use your hands. You crush up the pork rinds. Take the hard ones out because those aren't good to fry. I really like the Kruger brand ones because they're softer, but we just ran to the dollar store and grabbed these because we forgot to get them yesterday. I don't know, maybe one more handful. We always buy extra pork rinds when we do this because my boyfriend wants to have some to eat. Okay. So now we got our pork rinds crushed up. I'm gonna use 2 eggs just to coat the give the pork rinds something to stick to. Beat them up a little bit. And then I put a little bit of garlic and pepper in with my pork rinds. I don't usually put salt in them because they're pretty salty. And we don't do a lot of salt. I salt food when I'm cooking, but other than that, that's about it. My mom didn't use a lot of salt, and that just kind of carried over with me. Alright, so we got our chicken breast over here. I also have pork rinds all over the floor. That is a downside to cooking when you're blind. Lots of stuff goes all over the floor. But we have 3 dogs, and they're really good about cleaning up the floor. So I've got these 2 chicken breasts, and I already trimmed them, and I already cut them open, which I probably should have waited to do that, but I went ahead and did it anyway because I was prepping. So we're gonna take, there's more pork rinds. Oh my goodness. A couple pieces of ham here. We got this ham. We went to GFS and we got this ham. And it was like a whole ham, and they cut it there at the meat counter. So we got this really good ham. It tastes really good too. So I got my ham. Pull them string cheese apart a little bit. I'm just gonna roll this up. Stuff it in our chicken. I don't think my chicken is big enough for this. I can't really see what I'm doing, so I'm sure this is a mess. I can't. It's just a mess now. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this a little bit more because it was not big enough. So I guess you guys do get to see how you cut it. You just slide the knife in there. All right, that should be good enough. So I just slid the knife in and cut a little, it just made my hole a little bit bigger there. So that should work. Let's see. I think it worked. Did it work? It's like a chicken breast pita pocket. Did it work? Did we get it? Yeah, it feels like it worked. So we're gonna go with that. If it didn't work, we'll find out in the end, I guess. So we got our next one with a little ham and the cheese. This one feels like I cut it a little bigger, so we shouldn't have as much fight with this one. All right, so I think that looks good. We'll see. Rip the hands off a little bit. And we're gonna put toothpicks in them to hold them together. Uh-oh. Toothpicks are the same color as the counter. This could prove to be a problem. I made something like this the other day and they did not, I lost my toothpick, here it is. They did not stay together. So they were kind of like an open-faced cordon bleu. My boyfriend said they were good, but to be fair, he says everything is good, so I never know what's good and what really just tastes like garbage. I guess if you want to be really fancy, you can use, you know, like some butcher's twine, or you can even thread it with some of that, sew it up real nice, but we're not fancy here, so we're just gonna use toothpicks. I think we should put one more in that one too. All right, so we got them together. Now we're gonna start with our breading. So it's just like any other time you bread something, you do flour, eggs, breadcrumbs, except we're gonna do Parmesan cheese, eggs, breadcrumbs. Same thing, same idea. So I'm gonna cover in Parmesan cheese. You know, the fancy TV chefs, they tell you to keep a wet hand and a dry hand when you're breading. I was never good at that. My hands are always just both covered in flour and eggs. It's a horrible mess. Roll it in the pork rinds. And it's gonna look something like that. I suppose. I can't see it. And this other one. Parmesan. Eggs. pork rinds, sorry, not breadcrumbs. I actually like the pork rinds better than frying things in breadcrumbs or like cracker crumbs if you've ever used those. I think the pork rinds they make it crispier. Alright, so I'm gonna wash the hands real quick. And we're come over here. I got my burner on, I don't know, halfway or so. A little bit of olive oil in my pan. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in there because I like butter. Butter tastes good. And I'm just gonna take our tongs, put our chicken breast right in there. You don't have to use cast iron. I've really gotten into cast iron lately. I like it a lot. And it's good for you, I was told. It helps put iron back into, I think that's right, back into your body, into your system. I think I needed a bigger one. Shit. Oops. What do you think? So we're gonna let those brown on both sides and get nice and crispy. And then we're gonna take this and just slide the whole thing right in the oven to finish cooking it. So we're gonna let this go on this side for a couple minutes, flip it, let it get nice and pretty and crispy on the other side for a couple minutes. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and give these a flip. Sorry for my arm in the way. Gotta get some leverage on them. Does it look good? I don't know. I think it looks good. And I think we are going, if I can find my butter here. I lost my butter. I found it. I think we're going to put a little bit more butter in there. Just because it kind of sounds like it's getting kind of dry. And I don't want, because the pork rinds will burn, I don't want the pork rinds to burn. It's like the worst kind of burnt bacon, and it's horrible, and then your whole house smells bad. Nobody likes burnt bacon. Alright, so these are nice, crunchy and brown on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven and let them finish cooking. I got my oven set to 350, and these are going to take, I don't know, we're going to give them about 30 minutes and see what they do. Okay, so the other thing we're going to make are these jalapeno poppers that are also keto. I have a friend who makes these for her Super Bowl party every year, and she buys like 10 jalapenos is it. And everybody spends the whole party fighting over these jalapeno poppers because they're so good. And I decided that I did not want to fight over jalapeno poppers anymore. So I was going to start making them myself. And these are actually also keto. These aren't breaded and deep fried like your regular poppers are. These are wrapped in bacon. My jalapenos are kind of small. We grew these ourselves. We made this, we planted this, what turned out to be kind of pitiful little garden this year. But we got some good jalapenos. And these didn't get very big, but they're so spicy. So that's, I mean, that's all you need. So it's just like any other jalapeno popper you have ever eaten or made in your life, except it tastes better. Just cream cheese in there, and then instead of breading it and deep frying it, we're gonna take this little half strip of bacon here and just wrap it around. We're gonna put these in the oven when The chicken has about 10 to 15 minutes left. These aren't going to take as long, but we want them to have plenty of time to get the cream cheese in there all melty and to get the bacon nice and crispy, because that's what makes these taste the best, is the crispy bacon on the outside of it. This piece of bacon is a hot mess, but that's alright. Alright, so we got a whole tray of these. These are going to go in the oven in about 15 minutes. And we will come back when everything is ready to take out and show you what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to set our timer for about 15 minutes. And then that's when we're going to put these in. I can't see the clock. So I use Alexa for everything. If you guys don't have an Alexa, seriously, you need one. So I just, computer, set timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
And then she'll make this really loud noise, and then I'll know it's time to put these in. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay, so for what we're making today, for our cordon bleu, we're gonna use 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. We are going to use 2 pieces of string cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want. I just prefer the string cheese. We've got our sliced ham, and then we're gonna use 2 eggs, about 2 cups of Parmesan cheese, and about 2 cups of crushed up pork rinds. And then for our jalapeno poppers, we're going to use jalapenos, cream cheese, and bacon. Okay, so our 15-minute timer is going off. Computer, stop timer. We're going to put our jalapeno poppers in. You can hear that in there sizzling, bubbling, sounding all yummy. So we're just going to slide our poppers in there next to it. And we're going to give that timer another 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been a little longer than 30 minutes because these jalapeno poppers were not getting as crispy as I wanted them to. So those look pretty good now. We're going to pull those out. And our chicken looks really yummy. Alright. So bring this stuff over here. And so all my cooking that I do is for my boyfriend. We're gonna make him a plate here so he can try it. Tell you guys how wonderful and amazing this stuff tastes. So we got chicken. Put a couple of these jalapeno poppers on the plate. All right. You want to come try this?
Sure. All right. This looks fantastic. All right. Pull the toothpick out. All chicken, nice and done inside. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Really hot. That is really good. poppins. Oh, hot. So hot. That is delicious. Great job.
Alright, so that was cordon bleu and jalapeno poppers. Remember, if you liked my video, to give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe. Visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/blindgirlcooks. And stay tuned for more videos. Bye guys.
Peppers are really hot.